Conservative accounts are being reinstated on Twitter left and right, and at the very top of this list is former President Donald J. Trump. Now, we're going to dig into this whole Return of the Jedi situation that's happening right now in just 1 second, but first, huge shout out to our friends over at Established Titles for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much. And then also, I am trying to build my locals community. Head on over to jamesklug.locals.com and join that community for free today. Get behind the scenes footage and everything like that. You guys, it's free, takes a second. Go sign up. Let's jump into this. So over the weekend, I'm sure many of you heard about the poll that Elon Musk put out, basically asking, should we reinstate Donald Trump's account? 52% roughly said yes. And since then, there has been pretty much an army of new accounts being reinstated on Twitter that so many have missed. One being Savannah Hernandez. Welcome back, Savannah. Post Millennial reports Elon Musk's Twitter restores Savannah Hernandez in yet another victory for free speech. And there's a lot of victories happening on Twitter. This has been a great week. On Monday, the Post Millennial reporter Savannah Hernandez had her Twitter account reinstated just over 2 years after she had been banned under the social media platform's previous regime. She was banned right after Donald Trump retweeted one of her videos. It ended up getting around 9 million views or so, mass reported by a bunch of psychos, and they just took her account down. Literally, that was the reason why her account was taken down. And then after that, she had been reporting for other companies, and they have taken down those companies' Twitter accounts. So they've just been gunning after Savannah for quite some time now for absolutely no reason. She does amazing work. Hernandez is just the latest of a slew of journalists, politicians, and public figures who have been unbanned in the Elon Musk era. And what a good era it's been so far. Benny Johnson tweets out, in just the past 4 days, Twitter has freed the Babylon Bee, Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, Donald Trump. We remember that guy. ALX, Project Veritas, James Lindsay, Mike Morrison. You guys get the picture. Savannah Hernandez, Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal account is on there. They also reinstated Rekieta Laws, a handful of other people. So there's a hashtag bring them back that's starting on Twitter, and people are just trying to bring back anybody that they possibly can bring back. It is an endless list of accounts that have been banned over the last few years on Twitter. One of them, actually, that nobody's talking about is our buddy Anthony Cabasa. Anthony, shout out to you. We'll make sure to hashtag bring your account back on Twitter ASAP. I think he probably had about 35,000. That was years ago when he was banned. But this is an end of an era of censorship on Twitter. And the left is freaking out. They have lost a major gear in this censorship machine. They have Facebook, they have YouTube, they have TikTok, they have pretty much every other platform that's major. This is a major platform that was used as a tool for censorship that they lost control of. You better believe that they're going to be fighting back against that. Dinesh D'Souza tweets out, we don't hear much about Democrats and leftists being let back on Twitter. Why? Because they were never kicked off in the first place. Their lies and misinformation simply escaped all scrutiny. Censorship has been deployed as a one-way operation against conservatives. He tags Elon Musk. Elon Musk responds, correct. You know, we have Russia collusion. We have, actually, there's a list right here. This list is going around. You know, we have so many lies over the last few years. And this is actually a fantastic list right here. I forgot who originally posted this. This fake Kanye account was definitely not the one. But, you know, you have Covington Kids, Bubba Wallace, Garage Pull, Juicy Smollier. Trump called neo-Nazis fine people. Russia collusion. They're still on about that. You know, there's been endless amounts of fake reports. Endless. That have gone unpunished. Because that's the narrative that's approved. Meanwhile, everyone else has to walk on eggshells constantly. Those days are hopefully coming to an end on Twitter. So, obviously, free speech is attractive to people. People love it. And the reason I say that is because Elon's tweeting out the numbers. Twitter added 1.6 million daily active users this past week, another all-time high. One reason is because everybody is talking about it, but two is genuinely fun. And I want to say fun again, but I think it might actually be fun for the first time. No doubt that Donald Trump, when he was on Twitter, it was relatively fun, but people still had to walk on eggshells for every meme that they posted, fearing that it would get fact-checked or you get banned for cracking a joke. Look no further than the Babylon Bees suspension. So all of this is great, of course. There's a couple things. Donald Trump, we're not really sure if he's going to be returning to Twitter. And then also, there's some original banned accounts on Twitter that have yet to be reinstated. That's Alex Jones and Milo Yiannopoulos. We'll talk about all that in just 1 second. But first, we got to talk about today's sponsor. The holidays are coming up, and I have the perfect gift idea. Did you guys know that I can now refer to myself as Lord Klug? Well, I can. Why, you ask? Because I now own 1 square foot of gorgeous, dedicated land in Eddleston, Scotland, with a unique plot number. And according to Scottish custom, landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. I even got a framed certificate with my name on it. The lighting's tough. Right there. So yes, you can officially refer to me as Lord Klug, and I can put that on my next plane ticket or credit card, and you know I will. The name of this awesome company is Established Titles, and they figured out a fun way for you to become a lord or lady while also preserving the natural woodlands of Scotland. They also plant a tree with every order and work with global charities like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. So, Established Titles told me the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot. And I don't know if you guys heard this, but we're going to start a little Klug kingdom and take over the rest of Scotland from there. But keep that between us. But in all seriousness, you guys, this makes for the perfect last-minute gift. Established Titles is running a massive Black Friday sale, and all of my subscribers can get 10% off over at establishedtitles.com/Klug. That's establishedtitles.com/Klug. You guys take advantage of this promotion. I'll put a link in the description below. Let's get back into it. So let's talk really quick about Donald Trump's Twitter account. So it's been reinstated. He's yet to tweet. We have his Twitter account, Real Donald J. Trump. There it is. 87.6 million followers. I believe on Truth he has right around 6 million. I could be wrong on that. But there's no doubt that there's a substantial incentive for him to return back to Twitter. Will he do that? Many are saying he has a fiduciary responsibility to Truth, which is very likely. We'll see what happens. It would be nice to see him back, and it is important to say, I don't use Truth much, but there does need to be a backup for Twitter. If you do still get banned on Twitter, people need a place to go. So it's not that Truth is completely useless at this point. Now, as for Alex Jones, as for Milo, we don't have word on Milo. But as for Alex Jones, Elon Musk has weighed in. Sam Harris tweeted, "Is it time to let Alex Jones back on Twitter? Elon Musk? If not, why not?" Elon Musk responds, "Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." Anyways, Kim.com says, Alex effed up with Sandy Hook. He admitted that he apologized. He also got a lot of conspiracy theories right. If serial liars like Biden and Trump are allowed on Twitter, then Alex Jones should be allowed too. Please reconsider in the interest of real free speech. Elon Musk responds, "My firstborn child died in my arms. I felt his last heartbeat. I have no mercy for anyone who would use the deaths of children for gain, politics, or fame." Now, I would say more of the question for Alex Jones, obviously, of course, what he did was wrong. But I would say more of that was rooted in not trusting the government over political gain. This is just my opinion from what I've seen from hearing him talk about it, hearing him on Joe Rogan's podcast or anything like that. It's certainly rooted in distrust of the government, not leveraging children to get his name out there. Nuance Bro responds, political commentator Nuance Bro also does great street videos. "By that logic, you'd have to ban virtually every member of Congress and the media when they stand on the graves of dead children to garner support for their political agendas or to raise money for their campaigns." So this is actually a great response from Nuance Bro. And the reason why I say this is because whereas Alex Jones doesn't trust the government, that's what stemmed his conspiracy, these people don't trust the American people. These politicians don't trust the American people. They don't want you to have guns. They will use the children to pass legislation, pass anti-gun legislation. Those are two different things, very different. So that's where Elon Musk stands on Alex Jones, we'll see if he changes his mind. The ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt over at the ADL, is expressing frustration with Elon Musk after allowing Donald Trump back on the platform. For Elon Musk to allow Donald Trump back on Twitter after a brief poll shows he is not remotely serious about safeguarding the platform from hate, harassment, and misinformation. He goes on to say, as we've said before, Trump used Twitter to foment intolerance, issue threats, and incite a violent attack against the United States government. That's not true. Moreover, he has shown no indication that he would do anything different if given the opportunity. Let me zoom in here. When ADL and other Stop Hate for Profit leaders met with Elon on 11/1, he committed to not re-platform anyone, regardless of stature, until he installed a transparent, clear process that took into consideration the views of civil society. Oops, one sec. Elon Musk's decisions over the last month have been erratic and alarming, but this decision is dangerous and a threat to American democracy. It's just everything's a threat. Everything I don't like is a threat to American democracy. That's the new talking point. It's so pathetic. It's a threat to American democracy to allow Savannah Hernandez back on the platform, or Donald Trump, a former president of the United States, to voice his opinion on a platform. It's a threat to democracy to allow free speech. That's how backwards these people are. If you arm the American people, if you let them say what they want to say, this is a threat to democracy. And it works. People buy that talking point all day. We hear it out on the street all the time. We need to ask, is it time for Twitter to go? And here starts the cancellation of Twitter. Here it starts. We had CBS that tried to start this. They left the platform. They were off Twitter for nearly 40 hours. And then they returned. I think that they were just upset that nobody really followed them. But I think companies will start to leave Twitter to prove their point. They will not allow Twitter to become a free speech platform. It will not happen. Elon Musk responds to Jonathan, this leftist hack, saying, hey, stop defaming me. Ian Miles Chong responds, the ADL and the coalition of anti-hate, quote-unquote, activists acted in bad faith when they had their meeting with you because they went ahead and called for a massive advertiser boycott even before you lifted Trump's ban. They had no intention of playing nice when you took over Twitter. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. They have no intention. They want control. You bow down to what they want. You bow down to their agenda, or you're gone. These people will absolutely not give up without a fight. They're going to be going after ad revenue. They're going to be going after having companies leaving Twitter in droves, celebrities leaving Twitter in droves. They're not going to give up without a fight. And if all else fails, they will absolutely come down on you with the full force of the federal government. I saw this response from Elon responding to somebody. Kyle Becker tweeted, and somebody said, they're going after the App Store now because their laughable attempt to get people to jump platforms failed, so they go back to the tried and true, shut it down. Elon Musk responds, this is messed up. Why are they saying that? I'm sure some of you guys have heard. Apple has deleted every single tweet on their platform. Not a good sign, although doesn't really mean too much just yet. But also the Apple's App Store executive deleted his Twitter account. So people are speculating whether or not Apple is going to go ahead and remove Twitter from the App Store. I'm sure all they need is a bit of pressure from authoritarians in Congress, and then also a handful of news stories. If they can tie anything bad at all possible to Twitter, Apple will bend a knee, and they'll use that as the excuse. And of course, there's been riots incited and organized on Twitter before. We've seen it countless times with Antifa, quote unquote, Antifa groups during the riots of 2020. They organized heavily on Facebook and Twitter. But no. All that, it didn't matter. It fit the agenda. It was okay. They were willing to look past it. Anything, though, if they see anything that starts on Twitter, that they can pin on Twitter, they will gun after them, either by removing them from the App Store or creating legislation or starting a massive walkout. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos. And then also hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. I'll catch you guys next time.